Good morning, dreamers. Welcome to my kitchen. How are you doing? Seriously, how are you doing? One of the favorite questions I have if I ever get to meet an author or get to ask them questions personally is, what was it that was left on the editing room floor that's just for you, that we don't get as your audience? Because it's such an interesting question, because every work has to be edited in some way. Many authors will say, well, nothing, because I just rolled it into the next book. Which, that's a cool answer, actually. And some will just say, they'll give one or two ideas that they weren't able to flesh out. But I understand what it is, because I have a sermon coming up on Sunday, and it's completely adjusted itself probably 3 times. And I say itself because I had a plan. Writers make plans. We don't just sit down and go, I don't know what we're going to do. We have a plan. And then the plans change once we actually get going. And once we actually start typing or writing, depending on how we do it, it will take on a life of its own. It will start going. And so I ask you today, in social media and in the world around us, what is it that the Creator is giving you that's just for you? It needs to be edited out of social. You don't need to comment on every single thing. The world teaches you need to have an idea and you need to have an opinion on everyone else's idea. Nah. In fact, when you share an opinion that is not educated, Brene Brown calls it BSing, because she's like, it's bullcrap. You don't know. You have no idea what you're talking about. So if it's not educated, stop. It's okay to say, I don't know enough about this topic. Can you teach me your point of view? And I'll do some research, but I really can't weigh in. What an elegant, wonderful response. It's beautiful. Aristotle said there's something amazing about a man who can sit with an idea and yet not claim it for his own. Oh, the cats. They're itchy today. So, I ask you, what is it that God's trying to just teach you? It's just for you. You don't have to spread it on to everybody else. He's allowed you this book called life, and he wants you to write. And he's going to ghostwrite parts of it, and you're going to write parts of it. And together you are you. Amazing you. Fearfully and wonderfully created you. The masterpiece that is God's handiwork. But what is it he has just for you? I could share mine, but it's just for me. All I know is that deep inside, he created dreams in each one of us. And yes, there are those of us that are poets, that we physically feel the dream within ourselves. And there are those that are like, I don't know, I really enjoy doing da 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 da. Well, if that's what makes you tick, that's your dream. You might not realize it's a dream, but that's your dream. What does your cutting room floor look like? I know the cutting room floor is not the same as the editing floor. The cutting room floor is for film and movie. When they physically used to cut the film of a movie so that they could edit it. It's a physical thing. And sometimes there are physical things God is asking from us. Sometimes there are emotional things, and sometimes there are thought things, mental things, spiritual things. What is it God has just for you? What is He challenging you to? What words of hope is He whispering? Pay attention. Because the co-author of your life, the one that started your book, he's not finished writing. And He wants to write with you. Not against you. With you. Not in spite of you. With you. And there's some really special, intimate lessons He wants you to see. I took a video when I was out at the trailer. It was short, like 20 seconds. I showed Jimmy. He's like, "Oh, are you going to post that?" And I thought, no. This one's for me. It was a really special moment when God showed up. And it was so obvious that God showed up. Like Jimmy was like, wow. I'm like, I know. It was so beautiful. And film couldn't capture what my eyes saw. Not at all. But it was just a moment for me. And we need to stop living in these devices. And just be. So take some time to seriously sit and say, God, what do you have that's just for me? That's not selfish. That's intimacy with the Creator. And that's your spirit connecting to spirit. The Spirit who began the universe and breathes life into all has something special for you. Just you. Because you are that special. We are so the same in the fact that we are so unique. Not one person is more valuable than the other. I have someone in my life who's struggling with mental health, and she's like, well, everybody else needs to stay. Everybody else needs to be here, and everybody else's story is important, and everybody else's tears are wonderful and really critical, but mine don't matter. No. I'm really sorry, but you're listening to a lie. And I have to be gentle in how I present that. But please, stay and hear what the Creator has just for you. Take some time today, folks, for some sweet dreams. Bye.